Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video. We're reviewing Transformers because I review Transformers on this channel. It's what I do, it's fun, I have fun, hopefully you all have fun. I like Transformers, hopefully you like Transformers. If you don't like Transformers, why are you watching the channel? Who knows, couldn't tell you. But we're going to go ahead and review a Transformer. And today, we've got the Studio Series 02 Gamer Edition Barricade. Barricade is one of my favorite Decepticons, and I've got just about every other version of Barricade that exists, and well, so I needed to get the War for Cybertron version. But anyway, enough of my yakking about my love for Barricade. We are going to go ahead and move the package, move it, and take a look at the package. We've got War for Cybertron, we got Transformers. Then we see a really cool render of old Barry over here. It looks pretty awesome. And then we've got another really cool render of old Barricade. We got Studio Series, Gamer Edition, Transformers, more Barry renders. We've got back of the package stuff. We've got vehicle mode. We got robot mode. We've got 15 steps. We've got all kinds of other stuff. But that is it for the packaging. Let's get on to Barricade here. Let's get on to Barry. Let's move this camera down a little bit so we can just get a real good look at old Barry here. Because, like I stated, and he's got his accessory up on top already. Because, like I stated, I'm a huge Barricade fan. And I really happen to like this toy. It's a good one, I feel. It's got some flaws, but all in all, not too bad, not too shabby. We look at this, it's very Cybertronian. Actually has a very Batmobile looking kind of thing going on to it. So if they ever decide they're going to do a Batman crossover, here is your Batmobile. MGO said the same thing. So of course, but anywho, again, accessory. Let's go ahead and remove the accessory, take a look at the accessory. Black plastic, really sweet molded in detailing. We got a tab there because you can either store it on the roof or you can use the port on the back here and plug it in there, and it stores there as well. And so all your different parts for weapon storage. But let's get some vehicle mode comparisons going on here first. And let's go, we'll start with an older War for Cybertron toy, Fall for Cybertron. This is Z Generation's Fall for Cybertron Jazz. You can definitely see Jazz is a bit smaller than Barry here, which is, gotta say, I'm actually kind of surprised the size there. Because I want to say Barricade was actually smaller in-game or about the same size as Jazz. But, hey, that's, you know, a look at the original War for Cybertron stuff. And then we got the Studio Series take. So we got that. And then we'll go ahead and compare him to another Cybertronian Barricade. We've got Siege Barricade. And look at that. And again, he's definitely bigger. So his vehicle mode is huge, you know, for a deluxe toy, which is really nice to see. I like seeing that in deluxe toys these days. But, you know, we got Cybertronian Barrys over here. Looking good, and obviously he's more just a Cybertronian car as opposed to a Cybertronian police car. We get that, and then we'll get some look at the detailing and stuff on here, because there is a lot of really nice detailing going on. Lots of, you know, really nice purple. All the color matching looks really good. We got the Decepticon symbol there on the hood, and I just love the color breaks. How we got the silver and purple and black and all that good stuff, the gray. Everything works out really good. The only thing I really wish they would have done is made the wheels in translucent plastic and then maybe a little bit of painted detail on the back there. But otherwise, it is a very good looking vehicle mode. And I do like the guard up front here. It just makes it look like he's just going to plow into everything and just makes him look like a very tough, mean Decepticon car. But enough about all of that. Let's go ahead and get into transforming this guy. So, what we want to do first, flip the feet down. And then we're going to come back around this way. We're going to go ahead and not break things, hopefully. We're going to pop that back roof section off. We're going to fold that down and up. That part, well, no, we're not going to fold it up. So we want it setting about like that, because then we got to take the roof section with what would be, I guess, the windshield. We'll go ahead and put that down. And then we'll go ahead and separate these here. He's actually not very difficult to transform whatsoever. I mean, as you can see, things are going on here. Get that, then we spin that around. Now, the instructions want you to put the front fender panels on his hips. I refuse to do that because I don't like the way that looks. I like it better with the way it looks on his calves. So we're going to leave that there. Split legs. I'm going to go ahead and spin the arms around. That would make sense. Spin the arm around. We got to open that up there, in there. Has his hand. Boom. Hand comes out. There we go. Got the other one. Oh, I already spoiled the play feature. His arm pulled off. You can dismember him, but that's actually for the accessory. Anywho, go ahead. Same deal over here. If you can see through my gigantic ham hock hands here. So we got him there. We got him there. Let's get the backpack into place. We're going to get the backpack into place. Are we going to do that? What is happening here? Why are you not cooperating with me now all of a sudden, toy? And I'm not trying to break things on camera. There we go. That's a very stiff tab. So then we go ahead, and that still doesn't seem right because it has to go like that. Boom. Okay, so right there, after we get that folded in, because that clicks in and all, everything on Barricade here, there we go, is very, very snug, very, very tight, so it doesn't feel cheap in hand. Anyway, we see tab here, port, where you have the weapon storage. Boom. Go ahead and plug that in. Separate legs. And we have War for Cybertron Barricade in his robot mode. And, yeah, I really, really dig the look on this bot here. He looks really good. Want to say it's like, and I've actually been replaying the War for Cybertron game again, so it's really close up to the render, and we'll go ahead and do the 360. He's a chonky boy. He's got a lot of bits to him. He's chonky. You know, he's got a big backpack, but then again, that was accurate to the game because he had the big old thruster on his back. So, just a lot of chunk. And he's actually a very substantially sized deluxe figure, which is something you don't see often anymore. Most deluxes are shorter, and we will see that when we come into comparisons here shortly. But he's definitely a bigger boy. Definitely a bigger boy. Articulation, of course, we got to go over it. First off, let's just take that in for a second. That painted detailing is amazing, and I like how they did. They did the same thing for Drag Strip in Combiner Wars, where they gave the lines running down the eyes, and that's just cool, and I like it in yellow. But we go ahead, you know, get a look at all the detailing, very Cybertronian looking. Articulation, very, very snug ball joint. I'm afraid to rotate the head all the way around, because usually when you get snug joints, it means you can fracture pieces. Ball jointed shoulders. Does all of that stuff. He's got bicep swivel, but again, the way he's molded, things get in the way, which, you know, he's big and chunky, so there's obviously some caveats. Got ball jointed wrist. And now when you transform him the correct way by putting this on his hips, it hinders some of the movement. His knee articulation, you know, isn't great, but with his and again, molded detail, you move certain things around. You can get him to kick forward. Ball joint at the hips. Goes all the way back. Now, if that piece was properly transformed, it would hinder his movement. No ankle tiltage, but he can move his feet forward, so sure. But we'll get that down. We'll get him in. You know, so he's definitely got a lot of chunk to work with and work around when it comes to posability, which is kind of a bit depressing considering modern engineering, especially on legacy stuff and even with studio series stuff. But he's not bad. He's Barricade. I love him. I think he looks good. He's chunktastic. He looks like he's gonna mess some foos up. So I really like how that looks. Anyway, time for comparisons. First off, let's go ahead and bring in a Generations. You know, we'll bring back in Generations Fall of Cybertron Jazz here. Just how you can see how, and again, how it works. They look, you know, they look like the way they did in the games with the renders and everything, but you can definitely see Jazz. And again, I could swear that Jazz was a lot bigger than Barricade, but yeah, he's Barricade is a lot bigger, and it's actually, I guess it fits with the aesthetic considering Decepticons are bigger and bulkier anyway. But we'll go ahead and get Jazz out of the way, and we'll bring in his other War for Cybertron version here, and this is his Siege version. And we can see how that works together. So we got Barricade and Barricade. And again, like I said, Barricade's my homeboy. So we gotta rep all the Barricades. And eventually I'd like to do just a quick little Barricade video with all the Barricades I have. I got all the different versions of movie Barricade. I've got Earthrise and Siege, and then of course now having to get War for Cybertron Barry. Had to get him. There he goes. That's how he looks with his Siege counterpart. And for the accessory, you remove the arm. I gave that away earlier, so you dismember them, and you got a port, plug, boom. And the gun attaches as an arm cannon, much like it did in the games. And if I can quit popping this off, oh my goodness, stay on there. Stay on there. But, you know, he has that. Now, the one that's the one thing I could gripe about on this is it's definitely, I wish that the gun would have been bigger, or they gave us a gun that he could hold in his hands or over his hands, because this can't do anything with. There's no way to store that when you put the gun arm on. So you take that off there, go ahead and put his arm back on. So I don't think I'll be doing that much, but I'll make sure I store the gun in the spot just like you can in vehicle mode, tab, port, all that good stuff. You know, on the back if you'd like. So that's how he's going to be, because he's got to have both his arms. You know, unless they make like a bigger third-party gun or something. We're going to have him like that. But final thoughts, Barricade. I like him. A lot of people kind of gripe about him because he's big, bulky, not as posable, blah, 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 blah. I think it is a good facsimile of the game render. It looks accurate to it. And it's Barricade. If you like Barricade, you got to have him. You just, there's just no other way about it. And I'm a Barricade fan, so I had to have him. And I have him. And I recommend that you have him. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you did, choose subscribe my way. And I will say unto you this: be kind to yourselves and your fellow human beings, because life is too short. So play on, and I will see you next video. Recommended.